So, hey guys, we got Jesper in here again today. He's the one talking about Tumblr and how to use it for SEO. I think you're probably going to be going over how to mine, if you will, for age Tumblr accounts. Are you going to be, yeah, okay, great. Because that's the key. That's one of the keys I know to using Tumblrs. You got to find some really good Tumblr accounts, not just any old junk, if you will. So, let me let a couple more of these people in and I will unpin myself. If you have any questions, make sure to put them below. Yes, I'm feeling great. Thank you for asking, Susie. My foot still sucks. It still has a thing on the bottom of it, but thank God it's not a bone spur. It's actually just a plantar callus, which still hurts like I don't know what, but it is what it is. Dan Williams always laying down the smoke. You want an ancient Tumblr. All right, just ask your questions. I did make, FYI, I did make some posts inside the large group. If you have any GMB hacks or tips that you specifically want me to go over on my YouTube lives, not necessarily here, but specifically on YouTube, then please submit it inside of there because I'm looking for some different ideas and stuff like always. But let me go ahead and get you screen share access. As far as Black Friday deals, I know Jesper dropped one and I'm sure he's going to have another one here. All mine are all in the group. So 50% off across rankfortress.com on everything right now until Tuesday. Okay, so and Jesper dropped one for your Twitter Moments course, and he's probably going to have one for Tumblr. And besides Twitter Moments, he actually offers services and some other things with backlinks, and I do use them. When I need to power up things, I do use Jesper. Jesper gets emails from me saying, hey, do you have this? Hey, do you have this? And then he always helps me out. So let's see. All right, you ready? Let's go ahead, Jesper. You're good to go.
Thank you. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me just find the button. Share screen. Got it. And you can see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
That is great. I made a little, what do you call this? What do you call this? Agenda. Yeah. I made a little agenda for today because it's a little bit late. So I wanted to get all my points across. Let me just close this down and open the chat so I can see questions. And an outline, yes. Hello, everybody, and it's nice to be here again. And I can see already that Ron, he's ready not for an expired Tumblr, but for an ancient Tumblr. I don't know if I can help with an ancient Tumblr, but I will show you how to find expired Tumblrs. And just a little heads up, at the end of the webinar, I will share with you a link because I'm coming out with a training SEO course on Tumblr SEO, on how to find expired Tumblrs, how to register them without coming into trouble, how to use them for SEO, how to build do-follow links, and how to combine them with Twitter Moments. So yeah, I'll share that with you at the end of the training. So today's agenda is we have 8 points. We had 7 points, then I thought about this little point here. So it's 8 points. I'm going to talk a little bit about iframes, link building and iframes. Then I'm going to talk about Web 2, link building. Then I'm going to talk about page 1 domination. And I'm going to talk about Twitter Moments and Tumblr, YouTube. I'm going to show you an example of a brand new site I just made 7 days ago. I published it. I'm going to show you the rankings I've gotten in 7 days. I'm going to show you how to find expired Tumblr accounts, how to build do-follow backlinks, and how to use Tumblr for local SEO. So, yes, Black Friday special on your Twitter Moments course. Let me just find the link here. because I can see that Patrick is asking about the Black Friday. The Black Friday special on my Twitter Moments course is here. It's the normal price is 147 and now it's 47. So this is the Twitter Moments course, and the Tumblr course will be 197. But the special price for you, yes, Stanley, I know that you bought it yesterday. The special for you is $97 for the Tumblr course. And the price for the Tumblr course will go up to $197 on Friday when I launch the course. So if you purchase it before Friday, you can get it at the discount price that it is now at $97. So let's get back to today's agenda. When I was here last week, I talked about a little test that I made, and I'll show you the test. William, I don't know if you were here last week if you watched this, but this is my agency website, and on the homepage, I embedded the Danish Wikipedia website for SEO. So you can see here, this is an iframe. I just wanted to test some things out to see what would happen. And I embedded it, and then I built some links to my own homepage. So what happened is that when I search for my brand name now, what happens is that this is my website and this is Google in Denmark. And you can see these small jump links beneath the SERP here. These are the headlines coming from Wikipedia.
Nice.
So it's not content that I have on my webpage, but it's coming directly. So it's reading through the iframe, taking the content from Wikipedia.
How long did that take, Jesper?
Sorry?
That test, how long did it take to pop up in the search like that?
It took, I think it took 2 weeks, something like between 1 to 2 weeks. It could be faster, but I noticed it after 2 weeks because I wasn't looking for that. All of a sudden I looked at my.
It's a nice little hack. I mean, I actually used a Wikipedia image on my CTR manipulation page as well, and that does help. So
another fun thing is that I am using Holly's links to boost my own website and my clients also, of course. And I want to show you a side effect of that. So I'm searching for SEO, and I'm sitting, of course, in Denmark, so I'm searching for SEO. So you see a lot of Danish websites, of course. You see my website here, and then you notice the Wikipedia. I'm number 8, and Wikipedia is number 6. A month ago, when I started building Holly links to my webpage, I was 32, 35, something like that. And now I'm between number 7, number 8. But a month ago, Wikipedia was number 10 for SEO. They were number 10. So because of the links that I built to my webpage that goes through the iframe to Wikipedia, they have been boosted up to number 6. That's very interesting, I think. So that's just a very important point that you can use for your own link building purposes, and that is iframes work in the way that if you iframe your website on another page and then you build links to that page, you get zero hazard link building to your own web page because all the link power goes through the iframe, if you know what I mean. So that's just it. If you have questions with regards to this, you could just ask in the chat and I will answer as good as I can. So the next thing is Web 2 link building. For those of you that don't know it, Web 2 is a Web 2 properties. Did you create a Wikipedia for yourself, or are you using other? I'm just using Wikipedia's own webpage about SEO. So I didn't create the Wikipedia page. I didn't do anything to the Wikipedia page. I just iframed it on my own website because I wanted to see what happened. So yeah, I'm just leaving Wikipedia to rest now because we don't have so much time. Web 2 link building. Web 2 websites is websites like WordPress, Wix.com, Tumblr, Twitter, all those kinds of websites that are interactive in nature. And the reason that we as SEO people loves Web 2 properties so much is because we can build do-follow backlinks with them. And I actually made a very interesting test. 2.5 years ago, I built a lot of links, I think 250 links, something like that, because I wanted to see what would happen if I had a keyword and city. I won't tell you exactly what the keyword was, but it's a real keyword, and it is a competitive keyword in Denmark. So it's a keyword city. And then I built around 250 links on Tumblr, Twitter, Wix, WordPress, Microsoft Azure, Amazon S3, Google sites. I built everything, a Google stack. I built everything that I knew at that time, 2.5 years ago. And then last month, I went back to my ranking test to see what ranked the highest of all these properties, and also what was still indexed. Did you know? Do you know, or can you guess what would rank highest after 2.5 years? And you're free to write your guess in the chat. No guesses yet. And Google site, Tumblr. Did you? Dennis is asked in a moment. Dennis asking, did you use brand or naked links on Holly's network to my website? I use a brand name, WordPress. Well, those are good guesses, and the highest, the top scorer of all these 250 something sites was the Google site. So the Google site ranked the highest. WordPress didn't rank as well, but Wix.com, let me write this. Wix seems to be extremely powerful because I think that it ranked in top 5. Otherwise, it was, let me just type here, Google site, and then it was Azure HTML page, and then it was Amazon HTML page, Amazon HTML page, and then Wix. So these are the 5, at least for my keyword, were the 5 strongest Web 2 properties that I built 2.5 years ago. And they're still ranking today, top 5 for the keyword. And it turns out that actually the Twitter moments I made back then also ranked very well in above the Twitter profile. So when I started out the test for 2.5 years ago, I wanted to see what would happen, how could they rank, and who were the strongest, and how long would they stay indexed. And then I got the idea of page 1 domination. Page 1 domination. Now I must say that I haven't watched all William's videos because there are so many, and you make one every day, William, so it's impossible to watch them. So, but I'm sure you've talked about page 1 domination, and page 1 domination in my terms means that you have your website, then you have, for example, a YouTube video, you have a Twitter moment, etc., etc. So this is where Twitter moments and YouTube videos and Tumblr comes in. And now we call William the machine. Yeah, it's crazy. So I have an example of a new site I posted 7 days ago. And I want to show you this site. If I can find it, here it is. I will just post the link in the chat so you can go inspect it for yourself. Before I came on this show, I installed the plugin Google Translate. It's a WordPress website, so you can select English up here because it is in Danish, but of course you don't understand Danish, so you can just click up here to see what it's about. This site is a rank and rent site. I designed and programmed it myself in WordPress, and I published it 7 days ago. I got a copywriter to write all the text. And this is very interesting for you guys because you are probably also interested in rank and rent if you are here watching me and watching William's videos. So what I did was, you can probably already guess what the main keyword is. It's curtain bus or gardinbus in Danish, but it's curtain bus. If you don't know what that is, well, in Denmark, it's a thing that you, if you want new curtains or drapes, what it's called, you know, the thing for the windows. If you want new curtains for your house, you go to Google, you search for curtains and then the city where you live, and then you order a bus that's filled with, you know, all kinds of colors and, you know, drapes. And then it comes out to your house and then you can purchase there. So that's the thing in Denmark. So I made a deal with the Danish company. So every time I send them a lead, I get something like $100, something
Nice.
like that. Yeah, that's very nice. So I started out with Aalborg. That's the city where I live. So all these are city areas. Fejlev, Nibe, Klarup, Støvring, Svenstrup, Vodskov. All these are city areas in the city I live. So let's take Curtain Bus Fejlev. So Curtain Bus Fejlev, so my strategy for this website was and is to take one city name at a time and just, you know, dominate all city names. And Aalborg that's the most difficult, and this is the most easy part. So I started with that. Now remember, this is 7 days ago that I published it. So let me just search Gardinbus Fejlev. So the website is number 1. The Twitter moment is number 2. And the video is down here in the video carousel. And now and this is all my images down here in the image carousel. So now I have been very lazy because I didn't make any Tumblr posts, and that's a little bit too bad for me because now today I'm talking about Tumblr, but I didn't have enough time. So this is only after 7 days, and let me show you in AccuRanker. AccuRanker is the program I use to monitor rankings. And it took me 5 days in order to get the site indexed, but then it just goes up like this, and you can watch the rankings. And this is for, yeah, it's number 1 now for this word, number 1 for this word, number 2 for this word. And so you can see here out in the search column that all these keywords, they don't have any searches, or they have below 10 searches per month, but that doesn't really matter for me because that's not the strategy. The strategy is to own the lowest competition keywords first, and then you can move up to this keyword and all the other keywords. You can see I'm already ranking number 12 for this keyword, and this is after 7 days, and it's with, I think I built 3 backlinks, 3 holly links to this website. So why is this working so well? It is working so well because, where is it? It is working so well because I'm doing things that I know work. And let me show you what that is. I know that it works to make table of contents, jump links. I know that it works to embed the video. I know that it works to have relatively good content. I know that it works to put your keywords in bullet points, I think it's called. So yeah, so that's what I do. I know that it works to have a footer with all these links, etc., etc., etc. So, and I know that if you make a large enough footprint, and I'm sure that you've also talked about this, William, if you make a large enough footprint from the start, you will get a boost from Google, because Google, they love new things. They love new stuff. So enough about that. Let me talk about, could you please drop the site link again? The site link again to what, Susan? Oh yeah, the website. Each of those pages have the same content. They have almost similar content, but what I did was, let me just show you Fejlev. So this is the first page, Fejlev, new curtains in Fejlev. New curtains, big decision, blah, blah, blah. Let me take the next page. New Nibe. So what I'm doing is, it's the same header, but it's not the same because it's a new city name. And then it's slightly different. The last page said new curtains, big decision, blah, blah, blah. This page says with a visit from blah, blah, blah. So I'm slightly varying the content. And because I'm slightly varying it and it's another city, I have no idea why, because we always get told by the experts that we need unique content, but this is not unique in any way, but it still ranks. It's just the way. So you can just take a look at this site. You can reverse engineer. I did the exact same thing for this site. Spot B. You have seen this site before because I have shown it to you a couple of times. The exact same thing. Valby, København, the same, almost identical content. I think that is it called doorway page? I don't remember what it's called.
Doorway.
Doorway page. Google doesn't, allegedly Google doesn't like these pages, but they do still rank. So what can I say? Do you hire a copywriter? I use a copywriter. I don't use conversion AI, article forge or anything. It has not been cheap to make this content. So this was written by a human. But I do use article forge for my link building links, not a human copywriter. That would be too expensive. So enough with this website. So how to find strong expired Tumblr accounts. So the difference between Tumblr and Twitter is mainly the power of a new profile. So the page authority of a brand new Twitter profile is somewhere between 58 to 60. And since we know that we can get do-follow backlinks from Twitter Moments, a brand new Twitter profile is right out. It's just very strong right out of the gate. But that's not the same thing with the brand new Tumblr profile. If you have tried to build a WordPress site, WordPress.com, and then you build a WordPress site for your company, you will notice if you did inspect it that it has a domain authority of 1, it has a page authority of 1, and it has 0 trust flow and 0 citation flow. So it's basically nothing worth. But with Tumblr profiles, are 10-year-old Twitter profiles high authority? Yes, they are. Wayne, yes, they are high authority. With Tumblr profiles, it's a different story because the special thing about a Tumblr profile, that is that it's a blog. And if you keep on posting to it, it will build authority and you can use it to build backlinks. But if you stop posting, then after 1 year, it will expire. What does that mean? It means that, let's say I had a Tumblr blog for 12 years and I was blogging about SEO or blogging about Twitter Moments. I was blogging about rank and rent, everything. And I got a lot of backlinks to this Tumblr blog. Then something happened in my life. I didn't, use it for a year. And then I lose that domain. And what happens with that domain is that it becomes available for all of us to use. So it's like expired domains for websites, actually. It's the exact same thing. So let me show you an example. Before I got on the show today, I was scraping the nets and I stumbled upon this profile called ayacamille.tumblr.com. I have no idea who Aya Camille is and what Aya Camille is, if it's a tea brand or coffee brand, or if it's a girl or what it is. But I registered it for myself, and I can show you that it has a, 2 seconds. It has a domain authority of 9, a page authority of 61, and then 0 citation flow, trust flow. But a page authority of 61, imagine how many thousands of backlinks you need to get a page authority of 61, because it starts at 1 or 0. So if it starts at 0, then imagine how many links you would have to get page authority 61. And it took me 10 minutes to find this profile. So yeah, that's just an example. But let's jump over to this program here. So in order to get these expired domains, I use a program called Domain Hunter Gatherer. It's a question. I use a program called Domain Hunter Gatherer. And it's impossible for me to go into all the details about how this program works. I will explain in I will explain in my SEO course for Tumblr in detail how I use it. I'll explain and I'll show you how to use proxies and what settings you should use, etc., etc. But for now, I'll just show you a simple test. Dan is asking, I would imagine Holly's network could help build authority to Tumblr. Thoughts? Yes, exactly. I built 32 Holly links to my website. The 27 links was pointed to my homepage with the anchor text SEO. I like to live dangerous, so I don't care about anchor text ratios. I just built all links with the specific or precise anchor text. So 27 of these links were pointed to my homepage. And inside the articles, I also built a link to my YouTube channel, to my Twitter channel, to my Tumblr channel, and to my Medium blog, because these are the 4 strongest properties I have. So that's actually caused my Twitter profile to be ranking on page 1 for my brand name. And same thing with my Tumblr blog, that's also moving up in the ranks. So yeah, back to this domain hunter gatherer. So you can go to Google and search for domain hunter gatherer. It's a subscription-based program, and they have different pricing models. And I have the cheapest model because I'm only after Web 2 properties. But you can also use it to find expired domains. That's not something that I'm doing, so I'm just using Web 2 Hunter. So what I will do now is I will just delete all of these, and then let's make a test. So let's search for some keywords. So if you could type in the chat what kind of keywords you want us to look for, and I'm just type SEO, and I'll type Google, and I'll type Twitter, legal, that's a good one, crystals, recipe, I'm guessing you mean recipe. Oh, let's just, I don't know what a repipe is. I will just type repipe.
Repiping or plumbing.
Oh, so there is a thing called repipe. Okay. Oh, okay. Removal. Data recovery. Yeah, repipe is plumbing. Okay, I didn't know that, Dan. Okay, so okay, so let's just call it a day. So I'll just click over to search settings. So in the search settings, you can see you can search for Tumblr, WordPress, Blogspot, Weebly, Overblog, Svultable, LiveJournal, Tripods, etc., etc. So I'll just click on search. A list of keywords correctly formed, yes. So now it's searching, I'll just move it over here. So while it's searching and we're waiting for it to find some expired domains, let me just go over here. Here was it. Earlier today, I actually found a Snap Pages. I didn't know there was a thing called Snap Pages. I'm not sure if it's new, but I just noticed it just now. So I actually found an expired Snap Pages domain that has domain authority 43, something like that, completely crazy strong. Ivan's phone is writing great stuff. Did this Tumblr strategy in 2016 and ranked my sites like crazy? Yes, I know. For me, this strategy is relatively new, but I've read on old articles in Google that Google punished Tumblr link building some years ago. I don't know, 5-10 years ago. But I don't know what their strategy is to target these sites now. But for me, it's working. I'm ranking stuff also with expired domains, expired Web 2s. So let's see here. So you can see it's scraping now. Search progress 83 of 5,850. It has found one unused Web2 account. Yeah, it's still working. Yes, it is still working. So it's found one unused Web2 account. So let's just continue, and then we can come back to this program in a couple of minutes. So how do you check authority of Tumblr? I'll come back to that when it has found some properties. I'll come back to that. So this Camille, that was an expired Tumblr domain that I registered earlier today. So let me see if I'm logged in. Am I logged in? Yes. Yeah, so this is what the dashboard looks like. Let me just ask, are there any of you here today that has not seen this before? Are there any people here that has not seen Tumblr before? One, if you have not seen it before. Two, if you have. Just so I know. Okay, so we have at least one person that, we have at least two persons that have not seen this before. Okay. So, thank you for that. Okay, so like Twitter, you can post links, you can post text, it's the same thing as tweets, you can post photos, you can post quotes, chat, audio, video, etc., etc., etc. So I can just show you how it is. I'm logged in here to this Tumblr account, so I can click text. And I can click SEO is fun. This is text. SEO is fun. So let's say I want to use this post to build a link to my own homepage. So then I would do as I normally do. I would mark the SEO word, and then I'll click this link, and I'll type in the link, HTTPS. Click done. Then I'll be sure to write a hashtag down here, SEO for life, SEO for dentists. I think it said that was fun. SEO for dentist. Okay, let's just click post here. So now I made my first link here. So the thing is that this link is do follow, but let me just resize the screen. But if I let me just go to the profile to see here. Let me just go over to my word. If I go here to Chrome, I have this plugin up here called Do Follow Checker, or what it's called. So where is my log? You can see that it's green, and that means that it's do follow. It's not no follow. So do follow is of course the kind of links that transfer page rank, or link juice, as we also like to call it. But the problem is, and that's what you can see now, that is if I hover my mouse over this link, you can take a look at the screen in the lower left corner that it says HTTPS and then href.li/something. It's a very strange URL. It's a very strange link, and that's because it's a redirect. It's the same thing with Twitter links. They are also by default redirects. And what that means there is that even if this is do follow, you are probably not getting, or you are not getting the full amount of page rank from this link to your website. So we need to do something else. So let me go back here. So what we need to do is actually we need to make another kind of post. And how do I do that? I go back to my house and I click on photo, because I need to make a photo post, and you have two types of photo posts. You can add a photo from web or upload photos. Let me just use this image here and click open. So this is a photo post, and even if it's a photo post, I can still type some text. Tumblr is super good for link building. So if I hover my mouse over this image, I can see this little link icon here, where you get the model pics. Thank you. So I will type the link here, HTTPS.
Can you go over the process once you actually find an expired domain name? What's the next step?
Yeah,
to actually getting it and it being yours, that sort of thing.
Yeah, let me show that. Once I'm done here, I'll go back to that. Yes, good point. So I'm clicking done, and I'm clicking SEO again in tags, and SEO for websites. What I'm normally doing is I'm normally creating a headline SEO for Tumblr. And then I am writing some text, not like that, but normal text. And then I'm just marking this as a headline. Yeah. Because I want to make all my posts look normal. I want them to look like normal, like real life posts. So that's also the reason that when I'm posting on Tumblr and also Google My Business, I'm trying to post at least 100 words. And what I'm also doing is I'm writing my company name, Jesper Nissen, SEO, Hobro, 53, that's the road name I live. That's the zip code. So I'm actually building this out kind of like a citation. Or it's called like this. So I'm building this out like a citation. You know what I mean? And I'm doing that, if I remember it, I'm trying to do that for all my posts. And then I'm clicking post. And then let's go over to Chrome again to inspect if this is a do-follow link without redirect. I'm hovering now over the image, and you can now see that in the lower left corner, it's a link without redirect. And you cannot see that this link is green. You cannot see that this is do follow, but you'll just have to trust me for this, that it is do follow. So that's the basic process of getting do follow links. So let me just come back to how to register an expired Tumblr profile. 2 seconds, let me hop over to Firefox again. Okay, so let's say that I found an expired Tumblr profile. Yeah, I have some here. So let me just. So the process is that at first I select some keywords that I want to scrape for. And then I click start or search. And then once I found my expired domains, if I go to rougehome.tumblr.com, you can see there's nothing here. And I can check. Okay, so it's going out to Tumblr. Okay, but you can see that rougehome.tumblr.com, that's actually available. So what I do is I want to check how strong it is. So I search for its age, its MOS stats, majestic stats, and social stats. And then I click start analysis. Then I can see the age, and I can see the amount of links, and I can see the domain authority, and I can see the page authority. And I can also see the trust flow and citation flow. And when it comes to this Tumblr profile, okay, that's actually super strong. It has page authority 59 and domain authority of 17. That's a very, very, very powerful Tumblr profile. So you want to see me if I can try to snatch it. So let me show you how to do that. Let me just think how to do that. 2 seconds, let me just think. Now, in order to register such a Tumblr profile, we need a Gmail, and then we need, let me see here, 2 seconds. I'm going over to here again. I'm clicking on this, manage container. I'm calling it Tumblr test. If you have not seen this plugin to Chrome before, this is a plugin called multi-account containers. And I'm using 2 plugins to be able to do this without my Tumblr accounts getting banned. I'm not using proxies, but I'm using these 2 plugins. I'm using a plugin called WebRTC or Disable WebRTC. And then I'm using a plugin called multi-account containers. WebRTC is disabling, this plugin is disabling some tracking information that the browsers they're performing some tracking of your behavior on the internet. But if you disable WebRTC, allegedly, they don't track you as well. If it's true, I have no idea, but I'm not getting into trouble with my accounts getting banned, so I guess it works. Weebly, not possible with the expired domains. So multi-account containers, that's a very nice little tool for Firefox. What it does is that if I open Tumblr test here, and whatever site I go to here, whenever I'm inside of this little blue thing, this container contains all of my cookies and all of my browsing history in here. That's very nice. So let me go to tumblr.com. And let me sign up. And let me sign up with this Gmail. Tumblr test. Or perhaps that's actually a client email. So I'm probably not use that. Any of you guys have a Google Mail? I can. The first one that types their Gmail in the chat gets this Tumblr account. First one to type Gmail. Yeah, it's Osail Busme. No, Social Busme. Okay. Wayne was the fastest. I'll just type social bus me at gmail.com. And let me write the password that is two seconds. Tumblr test 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I hope I can remember. This email address is already in use for Tumblr. I'm sorry, Wayne. I'm going for George then. I guess it's George Pensenick. Georg.Pensenick@gmail.com. And my Tumblr test 1, 2, 3, 4. That email address is already in use also. kpeluso @gmail.com. That's not a valid blog name. Okay. Link building super tests. Yeah. How old are you? 7? No. 44. 445 years. That's 44. Pension Master doesn't know he has a Tumblr account. I agree. Okay. So after signing up, I'm not done. I just have to select some things that I'm interested in, and I'm interested in all these things. I think I selected them now. I'm clicking next. Now it's building my dashboard. All the finest Tumblr users verify their email address. Check your inbox for the message we just sent. So yes, please verify the email, otherwise we cannot proceed. Let me know when it is verified. Thank you. I'll just refresh my window. Okay, so now I have a Tumblr profile, and this is a new Tumblr profile, so it has 0 of everything. Yeah, but let me just go to the profile here. So this is the profile name. The profile name is called link building supertest 1234.tumblr.com. And this, of course, has 1100. So this is, of course, it's super nothing worth. So let me go back to this page. So what I always do when I register an expired Tumblr profile is that I start to make it look like a real profile. This is real profile. Welcome to my Tumblr profile. Is it with 1 or 2 L's? It's 2 L's. Post. So what you would do when you're creating a new Tumblr blog is that you would start to write some, add some posts to your profile. Then I also follow some other guys here. Then I go to, I follow some other guys. I follow him also. And then I like some posts. And then I re-share some, is it this guy? I'm just reblogging random posts here. So now I have already, kind of like made this look like a semi-real profile. So what I do next is I go to my profile over here. I click on this little person icon. I click on my title. Oh, sorry, I click on this person. I click on edit appearance. So while I'm in here, I can edit my appearance. I can edit my title, link, super profile, and then click save. So if I go over to the profile now, it's called link super profile, and you can see the post that I've created, and you can see the post that I shared. So what I do now is where the magic happens. So let me go back here. So the Tumblr profile was called Rouge Home. So I just click, let me show you what I do. I click the pencil icon here, and then I change the name to Rouge Home and click save. Voila. And let's go over here and let's type Rouge Home instead. Voila. And before it was 1100. And now it's 17:59:00. Voila. So that's a little present for Ken Peluso. So now, Ken, you have a very powerful expired Tumblr profile. And you can check out the backlinks here for this guy. So I have, you're welcome. I have no idea what Rouge Homme is, if it's some kind of makeup brand or what it is, but you can see here that Mangools is just showing, a small section of all the backlinks to this profile. But
can you share that one more time for us on how to claim that other Tumblr? How you claimed it?
Yeah. So the profile, let me just type it out so you can. How to claim Tumblr. Step 1. Create new Tumblr profile on tumblr.com. Random name. It doesn't matter at all what you call your profile.
I just know people are going to be asking, so it's easier to
no problem at all. So you need to post some kind of random posts. Share other people's posts, and also follow other people. Go into, what was it I did? I clicked on the people icon up here, account, edit appearance. Yeah. Go into account, edit appearance. I'm already here. Click on the pencil icon. Click on pencil icon to change the name to the expired name. Voila. So when I'm laying it out like this, it seems super duper simple, but of course you need to know how to use this. You need to know that you cannot just, if you create a Tumblr profile with a random name, and then the first thing that you do is that you change the name here. For sure, I think that it will get, you have a very high possibility that it's getting.
You have to actually look like it's legit before you go try to claim it. Some activity.
Exactly. You have to have some real life activity, but it's not much activity because I just did it and it was super duper easy. But you have to know that you have to do these steps first. Just purchase the training as a thanks. Thank you, Ken. So changing the name. Sorry, what app did you use to check Tumblr metrics? Mangools is what I use. While we have the pro on the clock. Yeah, 6 minutes left. I've bought a gig on Fiverr for expired Tumblr with good metrics, really easy and cheap and good metrics. Okay, yeah. Of course, if you don't want to go through this yourself, I didn't know that you can still actually purchase these expired domains. If you don't want to go through this yourself, it's much easier, of course, to go to Legit or Fiverr to purchase them. I actually looked earlier and I didn't know that it was still possible. So, but Danielle, you could share, if you could share the, of course, if you want, you can share the link to the gig that you use to find them. But I think that this is just so much fun. This is just so much fun. And I've showed this to you a couple of times, but let me just show it to you again because I think it's so funny. This guy here, you can check out this visibility graph. Check out this graph. He was 0 visibility when I started. 0, he had nothing, no traffic, nothing at all. And when I was finished, he had this. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2, 3, etc. And all these ones and these twos and these threes were coming because of Twitter Moments, Google Sites, Amazon Cloud Pages, and one extremely powerful expired Tumblr profile. And let me just show you Google Live Boxen. Again, I'm hoping there are no Danish people in the chat because Denmark is such a small area. Here it is. Yeah. So let me hop over here. So this Tumblr profile has a page authority of 74, domain authority of 12, page authority of 74. This is super. It's even more powerful than my own Twitter profile. So this is a Tumblr profile. But the reason that I couldn't make, where was it? The reason that I couldn't make this progress is partly because of this expired domain. So that should be motivation enough for you to get started doing it yourself and either purchase my domain, my course to learn how to do it, or go to Legit and Fiverr and start purchasing these expired domains, because I can assure you that no one is talking about this. Kind of like no one is talking about Twitter, or almost no one is talking about Twitter Moments. Almost no one is talking about using Tumblr domains. And they don't talk about it because it's so powerful, so they want to keep it.
Most everybody that I've had that we talk about, like Brent and Michael, myself, and one other people, you really don't want to talk about it too much because then everybody winds up using it. It's basically what they'll wind up telling you. They want to share some secrets.
Yeah, exactly. So it's yeah, exactly. So it's very powerful. So we don't want to share it too much, but this is not, you know, we're not so many people in here, so it's a relatively small group. As you build out Tumblr, do you try and keep the content around your niche? Yes, for sure I do that. Check out this great gig I've got from Fiverr. Okay. Have you tried expired Tumblrs in a completely different niche and using those to rank a site in niche different from the Tumblrs? Well, yes. Wakeout Worlds, this Tumblr profile had nothing to do with car material before. It was, let me just see here. What was it? Wakeout World. It seems kind of like a spiritual thing. I don't know. Perpetual Bliss. Graphic design is just has all these backlinks. It's just
I would mainly tell you, like, the difference. If you use Hunter Gatherer right now, they have a deal. I know for fact, and I'm not an affiliate of them. So Hunter Gatherer has a Black Friday deal, and it's like 50%. So lifetime on it's like $1,000.
Yeah. Lifetime is kind of like,
but that to me is cheap for lifetime. But the thing is, if you go and use the gigs on Fiverr and stuff, you're looking at around, you know, a little over $100 to do them, and every time you do it, it's going to cost you. So if you had Hunter Gatherer, you know, you can use it as much as you want, as often as you want.
Exactly.
And exactly. You could use it to set up, if you will, PBNs per se, and your own Web 20s, etc.
Yeah. So someone is asking about my link to my course, and I'll just drop it in here. So Domain Hunter Gatherer, not only it allows you to search for Tumblr profiles, it also allows you to search for hub pages, snap pages, Postagon, Wikidots, Jixi, and all these other, also WordPress and Weebly. I have tried to activate an expired Weebly account. I don't know how to do it. I couldn't do it. So I don't know if it's not possible anymore, if they closed that down. But snap pages, I didn't know that. I just found one extremely powerful also today and tried to activate that, and that's very easy. It took me 2 minutes. So what website builder are you using for your rank and rent site? I'm using Oxygen. 2 seconds. So everyone should be able to see the link to my course now. So I'm using Oxygen theme, and Oxygen is actually a plugin for WordPress. So this plugin actually replaces your theme. So it's not a theme per se. But I really like Oxygen because I tested a lot of themes before I started building WordPress sites for real for 4 or 5 years ago. And I just landed on Oxygen because it was very fast. So it's loading extremely fast. So you can see, yeah, I guess that's normal now with fast loading websites, but it's loading fast. So William.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all didn't get that, I don't know what you're doing. So Jesper, make sure to go to Jesper's course as well. He dropped that in there. I'm gonna put that on the back end for you, Jesper, as well.
I appreciate that.
For your Tumblr SEO course. And we'll talk some more because you're mainly teaching Tumblr and Twitter, and no one teaches it. No one. Jesper, I don't even know how I found you. I found you like a year ago almost. So, but yeah. And how late is it where you're at right now in Denmark?
Now it is it's 3 o'clock.
3 a.m. and he's up teaching you guys. So I want you guys to tell him thank you and how much y'all appreciate it. More than that, go buy his course because it's good shit. It's good shit. So yeah, CTR geeks, Brent and Michael are tight-lipped about it. So, but they'll let Jesper come in here and talk about it. So I appreciate it, Jesper. If any more questions, just drop them in the comments and stuff. We'll likely talk to Jesper about maybe having him come on more often as well.
I can come back another time to talk about how to build powerful links on Amazon, because I
use that for cloud stacking and stuff.
Yeah, I developed a strategy for that also. So
you want to come back next week, next Monday? You think about it and let me know, okay, what week you want to come back or what day you want to come back.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. So
Mondays are the open days that I have. Usually that's my day, but everybody else is on their day. So
okay.
All right, let me know. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you as always, Jesper.